Well, what do we have here? It is a good old-fashioned American Crafts vault sale haul. So stay tuned to find out exactly what I picked up and how much it cost. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are here for the first time, my name is Tracy and I want to thank everybody so much for joining me today. And yes, it is time for another Crafty haul video. I say every single month I am going to rein in that spending when it comes to craft supplies. And every single month I am just tempted a little too much by some big sale and I end up buying way more than I need. But you know what? I don't care because I plan to use it and they make great videos, right? So win-win. So my latest purchase was from the American Crafts website. I don't know when this video is going to go up. So I know when I purchased it, there was a vault sale going on. They've had quite a few vault sales as of late. I have not shopped the American Crafts website prior to this year. So I'm not sure if the vault sale is something that they just have regularly or if it has to do with the change in ownership or what have you. But there's some really good prices, as you will hear as I tell you how much I paid for some of these. So yes, I definitely purchased a lot of like scrapbooking supplies and some fun tools. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys and just kind of information as far as when I ordered versus when I received it. So I placed my order on a Tuesday. It was at nighttime. It was on May the 5th. I did not get a shipping notification until a week later. So it was pretty much 7 business days before I got my shipping notice. And then I received it 2 days after that. So I received it on Friday, May the 15th. I had to think about what date it was today. So that was kind of the time frame that it took for me to receive my products. It did ship UPS. So like once the shipping label was printed, like I said, it was 2 days and I had it. All right. So with that said, let's go ahead and start pulling some products and talking about them and sharing them. All right, so let's look at this one first. So I like how they did do a really good job packaging it. The box was way too big for me to unpack everything on camera, but there was a lot of the brown packaging paper on there. And then I have quite a few things that are in separate bags and things of that nature. So I am impressed with the packaging, I must say. All right, so let's take a look at this first set. I also want to say, if you see anything that you like, you can check the American Crafts website. They do have a higher threshold that you need to meet in order to have free shipping. It's $75 at the time that I made the purchase. They may have some sales going on where sometimes it could be smaller. There is also officesupply.com. That also has a lot of the same products. So you might want to check both the sites to see which one is better because officesupply.com does have a lower shipping threshold. It's like $49 and I got a coupon today that said $25. So just keep that in mind. A lot of things are very similarly priced. But then you have one item that might be a lot cheaper on American Crafts or vice versa. So definitely check both if you have the time. So I purchased this roller word stamp that is from Heidi Swap. I already have her date stamp. I like it. I don't use it as much as I probably should, but I saw this and I thought it just kind of makes life a little bit easier, especially for my planners. It has like priority, perfect, nope, yes, done, yay, do this, goals. I thought like do this, priority, and things like that could be like things that I put in my catch-all planner, but I can use some other things like that for memory keeping and things like that. This one, $2. Exactly. So I was correct. So there we go. $2. So this is just, you just like your old school stamp where you twist, turn the little dial and then you ink it and then stamp it. So this is thickers. So these are a little bit like your raised stickers, like your foam stickers. And obviously it's gold. So you get 66 of them, puffy stickers. There we go. This is American Crafts. So I liked this because it was very travel-like, cruise-like, and things like that. So you can kind of see sunshine, ocean lover, although ocean and lover are two separate words. It looks like loner, out to sea, sail away, and things of that nature. I believe this was under $1. Let's see. This is going to take me forever to look through this price list, but I want to do that. Maybe I can cut out some of the me searching it. No, this was $1.99. This is a little bit more than I probably would have paid. I think I was trying to hit that free shipping threshold, guys. I was trying to hit it. But I think these would be really, really cool in my memory keepers. Then I got this 123 count stickers. These are just little phrases and words. Again, these are all travel related. This is from the set sale. I have a lot from the set sale collection here. So yeah, this is one of them. So you can kind of see it is the same phrases on all three, just in a different color palette. So this is Heidi Swap. This was 99 cents. All right. And then this has like a little blue coloration there. Was this like a return? So this is Kelly Creates Floral Stamps. I really like the frames and stuff like that. And I was realizing recently I didn't have enough florals. So that is the reason why I wanted this floral stamp. But I like the large size of this. Let me take it out of the plastic so we can see that top one. This was 99 cents, okay? And you're like, ah, okay. Now I know why you don't care that there's like a blue coloration on it. I think if I just open it, you guys can see it. See, that's a nice border stamp. And this is a really nice frame. So yeah, I just really, really liked the stamp set. And 99 cents. Can't beat it. All right, I'm going to actually skip the paper packs because I want to put those with some of the larger ones that I have as well. This is bigger than I thought, so we'll have to see if I can make this work. But these are notebooks. That's all they are notebooks. You got, let me bring the packing out. So this, again, is Heidi Swap. You get 24 pages in each notebook. This is journaler inserts. And you can kind of see what this looks like. I think this was like $3. This was only $2.20. Now, I did get something like this that was similar to this from Ollie's. You see you have dot grow. Those are not my favorite dots because they're really, really bright. But this is decent quality paper. Is it 160 GSM? No, it is not. But it is thicker than like your other like planner pages, like Happy Planner or whatever. They don't have the actual GSM, but it feels like it's thick. It's pretty thick. So you have this one, which is the dots, this one, which is the graph, pretty big squares. And I think this one is blank. So I think, they might actually fit. They will fit. I got them for this book. I have 2 of these books. And when I saw these, I put them in here. And even though this is not going to work this year because I already started an Archer and Olive journal, I thought this would be perfect for my trip memory keeping when I do some scrapbooking. With 24 pages, this might be all I need for one trip. If I need 2, I have 2. So that's why I figured, I can cover it up with ephemera. I can cover it up with junk from my trips and stuff like that. So that will start probably after this year because now that I'm using an Archer and Olive, I would like to fill that up with my 2026 trips. But this is what I'm thinking about doing in the future. And now that I know it definitely fits in my little binder, which I showed you guys the binder. I got this from Ollie's. I do think this might be on the American Craft as well. It has these little metal rods and you can just slip it on almost like a traveler's journal. And I just thought that would be kind of cool to be able to keep them all in this. So yeah, now that I've already started another journal, this would have been perfect for my trip planning. My trip memory keeping for the year. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. And like I said, that was really cheap at just over $2 for the whole thing. Now this is just stamp cleaner. I recently got a stamp cleaning pad and a small bottle of stamp cleaner from Journal Say, and it was like $13 for the whole set. So when I saw this, I'm like, let me go ahead and get this. This is We Are Makers stamp cleaning spray. This was really cheap, by the way. $1.49. I thought about getting another one just because it was so cheap. And I'm like, this is going to take me forever to use, especially in combination with the other one. So yeah, I probably won't be able to try that one anytime soon to see how well it works, because I'll really use up the other one first. All right, now let's go into some of the smaller things that I purchased. I think I purchased 23 items total. But you can see this is kind of, it's a lot here, see? It's a lot here. So I did get washi. So I was really struggling to reach the $75 because I had a 10% off coupon. And I was struggling because there were some things that I could have easily put me over the threshold, but there were some reasons why I decided not to get certain things. We'll talk about that in a little bit, just in case you see some things, just some things to think about with some tools in particular. I know I could have taken that apart so much easier, but I'm not keeping this plastic. So this is the Coast to Coast washi set. Now I'm pretty sure this is old. And I wasn't going to get any washi just because with old washi, it doesn't always stick the best. But I really like this washi here. I thought this was really, really cool. Yes, it's gold foil, but I don't really mind gold foil. I actually don't mind foil at all. But you can see you have the hot air balloon, you have the bicycle, you have headphones. I just think this is really cool and unique. Yes, it's like travel inspired. It's also like adventure. I mean, it doesn't have to be like trip necessarily. Then this one, I think, is a pattern that is pretty big in the collection, the Coast to Coast collection. So you can kind of see it's like a map that I have upside down. And where's the washi? Let's see. How much did I pay for this? $2.20. And then this one I don't have to take off because you can kind of just see it's a repeating floral, repeating stripe. This just says, let's go, with the airplane in between. We have the little geo markers with the heart in the middle. What color? And I can see what color it is, but sometimes when you open it, it looks a little lighter. Geotags, right? And then this is just arrows. And then these are little suns. And it looks like they have little faces on the suns. They do. They're very hard to see. But there we go. So I thought that was pretty good. I just like I like travel washi. I have travel washi. But I feel like you can never have enough. Okay, and then I got these Sticky Thumbs adhesive foam tabs. They didn't have the greatest reviews, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's people that use these a lot, so maybe they underperformed compared to other ones. I'm not going to use these very much, but I thought this would be really cool to, like on my reading journal. I needed this for like the title page to give it like more of a layered or 3D element kind of look to it. So these would have been helpful to use. I don't foresee myself using these a lot, but I'll use them somewhat. I think these were like 70 cents. 89 cents. Close. 89 cents. All right. Then I got these enamel dots. So that's all they are, is like little, you know, those like little jewel stickers you would get in like as a kid and put them on things. That's pretty much what this is, but they have your like your little travel themed stuff with the stars, the arrows, and of course the geotags and stuff like that again. So this is the round trip Maggie Holmes. These are $1.49. $1.49. It says 101. I think it's only one set. But yeah, $1.49, not too bad. We'll see. We'll see if I use them. That's what I mean. We'll see. So this one I knew I wanted. I don't think I have a stamp with a plane on it, but this is the round trip of Maggie Holmes again. So you'll see this one coming up in quite a few items, including some paper packs. So of course I like that. I like the camera. But some of these other little things are also cute with the stars and stuff. We have a compass here. Love this adventure destination and my favorite. And then of course you can see explore and let's go. So this one is $1.29. And then I added this. This is the Vicky Bouton. Is it Vicky Bouton or Bouton? This is the Wear to Next collection. So these are stamps, even though they're showing you in color, which I think is really, really cool. You can see them a lot better, especially for the camera purposes. But you can kind of see this is on this day. finding. I love the arrows. Love the arrows. Happiness, joy, okay, smile. Again, another camera, geotag. This I probably won't use as much, just an award, but I thought everything else was really, really cute. And this was really cheap. $1.40. $1.40. Again, I had 10% off of everything. I'll let you do the math. It's not showing up on these. Let's kind of go through my other stamps. I don't know if there's any other stamps hiding around anywhere. But then I got the Paige Evans. This is 15 stamps. This is the Adventurous collection. Again, I really like these colorful stamps. They're just, I think when they're like in my stamp book, my eye is going to be drawn to these a little bit more. So I have a feeling these might be used a lot more than some of the other ones, but I like the tags. I love the little airplane here. Again, it has like some cute little things that aren't necessarily strictly for travel. This is Adventures, Fun Times, Good Memories. It has Explore in here. That's going to be a separate stamp that you can remove and use that on its own. Airmail, Date, and then Bon Voyage. So super, super cute. So the Paige Evans. Okay, this one I am not seeing on my price list, but it looks like all of my stamps were pretty much somewhere in the ballpark of $149 to $199. So that's probably what this is kind of close to. So this is also Paige Evans. It says pink paisley on it, and this is the horizon. So you can see all of the different views of the globe. So you can, you know, see the different kind of areas. Plus you have the florals here in the globe. And then this is the solid one. So if you want to put a color on top, a different color on top of it. And then you have the actual globe holder, I guess you can say. So if you want to put this on here, and it says Born to Explore, Young, Wild, Free, and Free, Travel, You Are My World, I Love Adventure. And again, with the other little plane, I did just see this one. This one was $1.99. And then we have the Heidi Swap. This one, I don't see the actual collection on here. This is the Set Sail clear stamps. This was $1.40. So this looks like it might be sand. I will have to stamp it to see what it looks like. But it looks like it might be, you can kind of see like the texture and of course the sun. Then you have Uncharted, Perfection, Obsessed, Saltwater, Adventure. I guess that could be water too. It's an kind of day. So you can kind of play around. But I thought that was cute. And like, again, $1.40 for stamps. I'm like, okay, let me get some. Okay. Then I bought some ephemera. I bought quite a bit of ephemera. I have to see. I felt like I bought some more ephemera, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. So this is the Heidi Swap ephemera. These are really cool tags and things like that. I'm not going to take them all out, but you can see, I mean, it's cool enough. And this was 80 cents. So that's the reason I'm like, I don't need to take it all out because for 80 cents, you guys probably don't care as much. So there is a little sailboat on one of them, but all of the other ones are just general ephemera. So it's not specific to travel or anything of that nature. It's just really cool scrapbooking, junk journaling, memory keeping tags. So that's why I got that one. And then we have a Paige Evans 340 sticker sheets. This one I knew I had to get. I thought it was super, super cute. Do I need stickers? Nope. But did I buy them? Yes. So this one, $1.99. $1.99. Oh, that other acrylic stamp that I couldn't find the price. This one, this was $1.49. It doesn't have Paige Evans on my printout. It has American Crafts. So that's the reason why I was missing it. So let's take a quick look at the stickers here. So you get 8 full sheets. Look at that plane. That's like one of the reasons why I wanted it. Plus, I just thought it was cute. All right, so these are double-sided. These are also really cute with the Polaroids. You know how I love me some good Polaroids. And then we have some like tags and things like that. Then you have some flowers, of course, match these flowers. So these are good with the accents. Then we have some sticker strips, some washi like sticker strips. And then we have some more kind of just regular. All these obviously aren't travel related. I think this is a really cool sticker set that isn't necessarily like, you don't have to use it for travel purposes. You can use it for anything. I mean, you do have cruise ships and stuff like that, but I think these are like cute little pieces of like decorative stickers. And then you have some gold foil. So you have joy, adventure, explore, happy, together, you are my favorite adventure, out of office, and things of that nature. Then you have some more words here, and then some little flags, page flags that you might want to use. And then you have some alphabets. So again, I think that's a really good price for what I got there. All right, now we're going to get to the paper pack. So I have one small and two larger ones. So this one is the Vicky Bouton Where to Next double-sided 6x8 paper pad for $149. You can see it's 36 sheets and 36 designs. So this might be one that I probably should have looked more into it and maybe gotten a second one, just because, you know, I'm used to paper pads where you get multiples of the same designs. This with only one each, I feel like I'm going to hoard it. Now, this isn't super thick scrapbook paper. It's not super thin either, like paper-like, but I think it has a good thickness. And I just want to say that because, you know, I use... You know, sometimes I put this in planners and things like that. I'm going to turn it sideways, which might irritate some people. But because it's double-sided, that way you get a good look at both of them. You can see this will be perfect for like junk journaling type stuff. This is definitely like really, really cool. Let's just say that. So again, you're going to have some travel-themed stuff, but some is just kind of good paper in general. And for this price, $1.49, I definitely should have bought two. Not more than two, because what would I have done with that? Well, I probably could have easily used like 3 or 4, but yeah, I probably should have got more than one, considering now that I know that there are no duplicates in here. So this is just a lot of travel phrases or just kind of just regular memory keeping phrases. These are not perforated, but you obviously can cut them. I like that side. Same thing here. So, enjoy, hello, this, and Rome. And then there's just a today, explore details and note it. Wait a minute. It does repeat. I thought it said 36 different patterns. So I guess it does repeat. Oh, I guess if it's double-sided. So you do get 2 of each. Okay, okay. So yeah, maybe I would have been okay with just 2 packs if I would have got them. I still would want my 2. Oh, so I don't need to show you any of this anymore. There we go. And there is one final kind of look at everything together. Then I got this one. I mean, you could definitely see a theme I was going with the travel. I love travel themed stuff. I feel like there just isn't. I don't have a lot. Actually, I do. I have a lot of sticker books from it. But I like using it at any time. I don't always just use it for travel related stuff. So this is the Jen Hadfield Everyday Paper Pack, 48 pages. Again, decent quality weight. Let's see here. $3.99. $3.99. It's only $1 more than like 12 by 12 paper packs at Ollie's. So again, these are I think 2 by 2 sizes, so you can like cut these up. So these are single-sided. I just thought these were pretty. I thought this was really pretty patterned paper, and I have been into using my scrapbook paper a lot here lately. Oh no, I can't get it. So I'm like, let's go. And it looks like the top of each one is a design from another page. That's unique. So these are just words. Celebrate, lovely, shine, make every day count. Home is wherever you take me. You know, I love my maps. I like this pattern. You got the anchors. I might have gotten this because there were some nods to travel in here. This is so pretty. I'm not even huge on like floral scrapbook paper, but that's pretty. This I really, really love too. The pineapples, the lemons. Well, that's cool together, actually. That'd be cool for a bee spread too. A bee themed spread. Ah! Oranges. And I think this is where it repeats. So it looks like we get duplicates of each one. So it's, again, really good for $3.99. Okay, and then I got the set sail project pad. So I did get the project pad over the paper pad. You don't obviously get as much paper in it, but you do get stickers and things like that. And you also get just regular solid color paper. So this one, $4. I think the paper pad was like $5. I think the paper pad was a little bit more, but not really worth much of a difference. You know, get whatever you prefer. But this is really, really gorgeous. Even like that with like the flags on it. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, I had no idea this was on here. This would be really cool at my international section of my travel bucket list journal. Again, this, you can use it as one sheet or cut it up. We have a ledger. Oh, they have all these tags. Again, you can cut it up or keep it as the same. I have this. I just used it, so I needed another one. We have that. And then these, again, you can kind of cut up. And then these are sailboats. I really like this. This is really pretty. This will be really cool to mat with photos. And these are stickers. So, see, they're stickers. So that's nice. Some more stickers. And now we come to the plain paper, which is never a bad idea to have plain. I don't ever buy a lot of plain paper. So sometimes it is nice to have some in these books, especially ones that coordinate with the other sheets. I actually don't have any of these color blues either, so they'll be good for photo backings. All right, there we go there. Now it is time for my tools because I did buy quite a bit of tools. So the first thing I bought was this Supreme ruler from We Are Memory Keepers. They did have two sizes. So they had the 12-inch, but then they had one that I think was the 18-inch. At first I had the 18-inch in my cart because it was like $1 or so more. But then I'm like, really? Do I really need one that's 18 inches? Let's go with the 12, a little bit easier to store. So this guy was $6.99. We're going to open it because tools are not cheap. They are not cheap at all. They are some pricey items, which is why I don't have as many as I would like. I don't want to break this. So we'll just keep doing this. All right. So what I like about this, it's a metal ruler on one side and it's a clear ruler on the other. So sometimes clear is needed. Sometimes I think metal is needed, like better when you have an X-Acto knife because it will cut on a plastic, but it won't cut obviously the metal. And this is obviously like when you need to see what you're doing. And then you have this gripper here. And then you push it down. And when you push it down, it will kind of grip onto the paper so that way it won't move, which is something that I have a huge problem with when I'm cutting with the X-Acto knife in particular. It'll start moving on me. So I thought this was a great investment for $7. I bought this thing, which kind of has a very similar concept, but I could never have enough rulers. Okay. Okay. Don't come at me. Come on now. This was $6.49. I think this was regular, like $30 or something crazy like this. So it says foil and quill. So it is for like when you're using their like quill type, I don't know, all those like cutting tool things, whatever it is. I don't even know much about it. I know I've seen it at Ollie's and stuff like that. I don't know what half of these things are. So it's 5 pieces. You get the foil cutting kit. That's all it says. Okay. Clip foil. Oh, so these are clips. So you clip the foil. Hold up. Clip foil rolls to mat to easily unroll. Okay, so that's what these are. These are clips. All right. Kind of similar to this. And obviously, this is a little bit longer. But this is a nice little cutting mat that is the same size as the ruler. Plus, this ruler is magnetic. Magnetic. Why am I having trouble with the word? All right, so this is a really nice mat. Again, I'm not using it for probably foiling or anything like that. But then this will actually, it's magnetized to the mat. So I thought that would also be helpful. Cutting things, you know, if I didn't want to use this for some reason, I wanted to use this. There we go. It's also going to be nice for storing. And then I have this little roll cutter as well, which could be, maybe we'll see how this works in comparison to this for one of my other projects, because that will also be nice. These I probably won't use. I'm not going to toss them, but this is pretty much what I got. So I feel like, again, for $6.50 for this, I felt like that was a good buy, so I bought it. So yeah, there we go. Two things that have very similar features, but I think for the price I got it, might as well get them both. Then I got these tear guides. I wanted to say tear guides. Again, we are memory keepers. I think this was closer to $8 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, $8.99. So I know that a lot of people are buying the paper trimmers that have the blades on them that kind of do these kind of edges and stuff like that, and perforated pages and things like that. And I have looked at them, and then I read the reviews and I get scared away. Hold up. Let me get these out and then we can kind of talk. This is just a really nice ruler. You do have an area in here. So again, that could be good for cutting or whatever you need. But you can see this has a nice wave. This has a smaller wave. You can see that, right? This has like really cool, like jagged edges. That's like really cool. And then obviously this is more, so these are definitely ripped, more of ripped looks, and this is smaller. Can you see that? Can you see the edges? Maybe you can kind of see the different color variations in the blue when I flip it upside down. And then we have the big kind of sharp ones and then the small ones, the teeth or whatever we want to call them. So I got this, and then you get a water pen. So what you can do is you wet the page and then you can rip it. So like I said, I was looking at the actual paper cutters that do something like this. I don't know why the reviews haven't been that great, but a lot of the ones I look at, it's kind of the same complaint. It doesn't really do as well. But then I started thinking you have to like change the blades, and then you have to find those particular blades. And I wasn't sure how much I was going to use it anyway. So I'm like, let's just go this route. Let's just go this route and see how it goes. And now the only problem is, these are plastic, and that means that storing them, I'm going to have to be very, very careful so they don't break, because with this little opening in the middle, can you see the opening with my hand on it right there? It does make it a little bit more fragile, I feel like. I like the opening. I think that could be really cool for drawing a true straight line. For some reason, I have trouble with the ruler. My pen just doesn't stay up against it. It wants to kind of go out. But it does make it a little bit more fragile. So I have to be really cautious about where I store these so these don't break. But I am curious to use these. We'll see how often I use them. Like I said, I was just into buying some cool things. So some of these is kind of like, I hope I use them. And then this was the big purchase. And it's nothing special, but for me it is. For you, it might not be anything special. This is the paper cutter that I've been wanting to get, a guillotine cutter from, you know, any brand really. This was $29.99. Again, I had 10% off, so, you know, take $3 off of that. But this price was pretty much what I could find as far as what, like Amazon, for a full size cutter, because there are a lot of mini size cutters for this, but I wanted a full size for scrapbook paper and stuff like that too. So there we go. Your girl got a real paper cutter. It's nothing wrong with the paper trimmers. I'm going to be using my paper trimmers all day, every day, but I am so excited about this. I think they said this was regular, like $60 or so. maybe even more than that. I don't think I would ever pay more than that. I don't think I would pay more than the 30 I paid for it, or the 27 that I paid for it. But like I said, all of the brands on Amazon was this price as well. So I feel like getting a trusted Crafty brand is fine. I think this is locked. Oh yeah, that's how you lock it. You just pull it out a little bit. But there we go. You do have your blade right there. And then this is your little kind of keep your fingers from getting chopped off. And then you have the handle that goes on the end. So there we go. I think they had this. They used to have 2 colors. This might have been the only one that's available. But you can hear it's just plastic, but I think it's going to be a lot nicer when I'm trying to cut multiple pages. Make my life a little bit easier. So let me quickly, that's it for the haul, but I do want to quickly mention why I didn't purchase some other products that was in and out of my cart. So I am still thinking about replacing this guy. This is my paper trimmer that I've had for like years now. It just isn't completely level or straight, so you really can't line it up anymore. With the arm, you have to kind of line it up with these, which gets more difficult if it's a larger piece of paper. I had a few of the We Are Makers regular paper trimmers, and the reason why I did not get them, and I hear that they're great, so I think that they're really good. I think it would have been fine. However, the negative reviews that I saw on their website was in reference to the blade. They use different blades than a lot of them. Like a lot of these paper trimmers use like universal blades. Like this one, when I needed new blades, I just bought a pack off of Amazon and it fit in perfectly. But for the We Are Makers ones, you have to buy those blades. I don't know if there's any like alternatives out there, any like generic types that are out there. But the like negative reviews was the fact that there was a point in time where people just could not find the blades. Now they did have the blades on the website now, and when I had one in my cart, I also had a few extra blades, but these blades I go through fairly quickly. Now I probably won't be going through it as quickly now that I have my big old paper trimmer, but I'll still be using this for journaling and things like that when I want to cut things inside my journal. So that's the only reason why I didn't buy the We Are Memory Keepers actual paper trimmer. I think, like I said, I think it would have been good. I think it would have been better than this one, but I want something where I can easily find the blades and pick them up anywhere. So that was the reason why that I ultimately decided against purchasing one. But you know, if you buy some replacement ones, I will say if you do buy one, just keep that in mind and pick up some of the replacement ones because they were fairly cheap. They were also part of the clearance. So yeah, just remember to do that. So yeah, here is some of my haul. Because I did get a lot. Like I said, it was 23 items. Some people get a lot more than that. There are a lot of vault sale hauls from especially like earlier this year, or like late last year. There was tons of haul videos. But yeah, you know, this is just a snippet of what I picked up. I'm really, really excited about my purchases. I will say a lot of this stuff sat in my cart for probably like 4 days before I decided I'm going to go ahead and buy it. I kept going back and forth because none of this is something that I needed. It was just something that I wanted. And in the end, I'm really, really excited that I got them. And I think these tools, especially these rulers and the paper cutter, was worth the haul alone because it's just stuff that I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of. And I think it's just going to help me make sure that everything is straight and things like that when it comes to my craft projects. So it's just something I struggle with. All right, guys. So there we go. That is my haul. Definitely check out the vault sale if you're curious. But like I said, definitely compare the prices with officesupply.com as well. And I did hear from someone's website that they think they actually ship from the same type of warehouse. So I don't know if they're like, I don't know. I don't know how that works, but that might be a reason why the prices are very similar. All right, guys. So there we go. I do hope you enjoyed this video because I enjoyed filming it for you guys. If you enjoyed it, press that like button. And if you've yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing. That's all I have for now, guys. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.